Welcome everyone to this lesson on graphic design. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to just become familiar with how to use this graphics program called GIMP. It is free to download. If you want to try it at home, you just search for GIMP download or GIMP install, and then it will take you to the website you need to go. So what we are going to be working on today is learning how to use some of the tools of this program. In particular, we're going to be looking at how to use the paintbrush tool to outline one of these Pokemon that has been given to you. So to start off with, we're just going to have a look at how to open up a file first. So I'm going to close this first. And to open up a file, we need to go to File, Open, and then you are going to go to the correct directory where the file is located. My one is just loading up here. So you're going to go to the directory where your file is located. You might have to click on the left hand side here on the folder or on the drive where the file is located, and then simply just go to the correct folder or subfolder, click on the file you want. You would usually get a preview here on the right hand side, and then click on the open button, and that will open up the file in GIMP. Now to the left of your image, this is where your toolbar is. So this is where all of the tools that you will need to edit this image are located. And usually if it has this little arrow on the side of the tool, that means there are more tools present there. So if you just hover with your mouse and click, but don't let go of your mouse, you will get a list of other tools that you may use to manipulate your image. Now, another thing that you might need to know for your work is if you're going to be tracing over this image, you might need to zoom in to the image to get a more accurate trace. So to be able to zoom into your image, you can either use the zoom tool here, so you just click on zoom, and then wherever you click, it will zoom into that part of the image, like so. And if you want to zoom out, you can do that as well, using the same tool, just clicking on the different option here. So you can zoom out like this. Or if you want a shortcut to be able to do this quickly, you can use this shortcut. So you can hold Control on your keyboard, CTRL, and you can use the wheel of the mouse to essentially zoom in and out of your image. Now, for some of you, you might get a little mistake like this, where you might zoom out too far. Don't be worried. Just simply hold Control again, put your mouse over this image and zoom in. It's as simple as that. Or you might zoom in too far and see all the pixels that make up the image. In that case, same solution. You just hold Control and you zoom out with the wheel of your mouse. And if you need to center it, then you can use these tabs here at the bottom to center your image, or even move around it. So if you've zoomed into here and you want to move around the image, you can use these tabs on the side like this. So let's get to the actual tracing. So if we select the brush tool here, we want to check the brushes here on the, or brush patterns here on the right hand side. So I want to make sure I've got this solid circle selected. It doesn't matter about the size of the brush right now. What you're going to find is if you try and paint over Squirtle, you will see that the layer is locked. So what we need to do is we need to create a new layer, and we can do that by clicking on the new layer icon here on the bottom right hand side. So if I just click on that, I could name the layer outline like so and press OK. And then if you notice here, we can actually paint some lines like so. So I'm just going to undo that. And to undo, if you want to undo your mistakes, you can press Ctrl Z on your keyboard, or you can go to Edit and press Undo Paintbrush, which is this tool here. So what I want to do now is I'm going to start the outline on my Pokemon. So I'm going to zoom in to Squirtle's face here, and I may want to just trace this eyebrow here. Now, you could get it as accurate as you want. If you want to change or mess around with the thickness of the brush, then you could go here on the tool options and increase the size of the brush, or you could decrease it a certain amount. You could also use the square bracket tools on your keyboard, which are located next to the letter P, to decrease the size of the brush like this. And this way it will allow you to create a more a more accurate trace on Squirtle. So then we can go here and we can increase the size of the brush, and we can of course just go through the outline here. Now, your task for this part of the lesson is to create an outline of this Pokemon, or whichever of the 3 Pokemons you have selected for this task. Good luck.